Hey everybody, this is Deeptunester, and after a long wait, we're finally getting back into things. Rest in peace, Konami. Anyway, ever since the early days of this channel, I've had a list of games that I've been wanting to get to eventually in LP, and this game has been fairly high up there. This is Vandal Hearts for the original PlayStation. And just listen to that soothing music. Gives you a heavy, like, Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings kind of feel. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, this is one of the early games on the PlayStation. This, as you can see it out at the bottom, this came out around the mid-90s. And this is a tactical RPG, so kind of along the lines of something like Final Fantasy Tactics, games like that. So it should make for a good time. I'm gonna shut up for a minute, let you guys take in the story here, get caught up on things.
For a millennium, the fertile lands in the heart of this vast continent were ruled by the Holy Asha dynasty, descendants of Toroa the Messiah. However, it is man's doom to forget. Amidst all the wealth and exotic pleasures, the nobility lost their way and sank into corruption and depravity.
I really like the background, like plates and stuff. As weird as that may sound.
It was in these days of unrest that the citizens, struggling under an oppressive regime, rose up and, under the leadership of Aris the Sage, took up arms against the kingdom. That was the first outbreak of violence in what would later be known simply as the Revolution. The royal army's counterattack was swift and fierce, but time and time again they were put to flight by the cunning strategies of Aris and the indomitable will of the advancing Liberation Army.
Where have we heard that before? Seems like every RPG on the PlayStation has a Liberation Army of some sort.
Victory in hand, the rebels set up a council and worked to establish the continent's first democracy. And so, the Republic of Ishtaria was born.
It looked like a sock.
However, Aris the Sage, whom all hoped would lead the country, mysteriously vanished and has not been seen again to this day.
Ooh. I guess that means we're going to be seeing him at some point in this game, obviously.
Now, 15 years later, the shadow of war once again threatens Ishtaria.
Alright. Well, that's got me pretty pumped up. And I know you guys are too. And we lead in with this nice creepy foreboding scene here. So, as a tactics RPG game, a lot of my success or failure is going to be based off my ability to plan ahead and strategize, which is, I don't know, maybe a little worrying to some out there, including me, but I'll do my best. You can't do well if you don't fail, right? Maybe. So I guess a little bit about my history with this game is, I didn't actually play this game as a kid. This is one of those games that my dad sort of picked up and he played, and I'd watch him play it, and had good times. It was fun to watch, and I hope it's the same for you guys here. And then a little bit later in life, I actually picked it up and played it myself. Made it through the first few chapters until I kind of set it down for a little while. And now I'm picking it up back here. What is this place? So yeah, by the way, this is kind of like the main visual style you'll have in this game. It's like 3D sort of environments with 2D sprites overlaid on them. It's very similar to how Tactics is, or Final Fantasy Tactics, that is. Although the graphics here might be a little bit lower quality, but still not too bad, actually. Ah, hidden room. What's that? It looks like 4 pixels just blinking on and off. Must be valuable. Oh, that sparkle. This must be it. Oh no, what'd you do, Indiana Jones? These rays, what's happening? What's happening to me? Oh my. It does look quite frightening. Well, I guess we'll be figuring out about that later on. Because that was sort of like a little side thing to get us introduced here. None of those characters we just saw are the main character. Or characters. And here we go, Chapter 1. A Premonition of War. It's like opening a book and looking at that first chapter and you're like, oh boy, here we go. What am I getting myself into here? And as it turns out, like in most games, the first battle isn't too awfully difficult. At face value. Ash? Ash! Gotta wake up. It's time to train some Pokemon. Ash? Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking. I guess I should be giving these guys different voices, huh? I'm not the best voice actor, though. Well, you better get up. We've got some trouble. We're surrounded. Well, indeed we are. Holy moly. What do these guys want? We're just standing here. Although, obviously, just standing there would be a good target for a thief, wouldn't it? Hehe, you're trapped. Don't you know that this valley belongs to the Fangs of Umbaba? They're just some dumb wandering peddlers. Ignorance is the root of misfortune, as they say. If you want to live, hand over everything you got. Although we'll probably kill you anyway, right, boss?
Whoa, you got that right.
And like a true badass, he says absolutely nothing. I love how his name is Man Called Ash. Like, why can't you just put Ash? Hehehe, too scared to talk, baby? Yeah, how's that for too scared? Exploding your own pool of blood. Get used to that, by the way. There's going to be a lot of that. What the? I mean, what the? Ha, where's that stupid laugh now? Now you're the ones who are trapped. Who the hell are you guys? I'm Batman. Ash Lambert, 3rd Platoon, Ishtarian Security Forces. Diego Renault, from the same. Clint Picard, likewise. Like Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Ash? Ash the Black Wind? Surrender quietly and we'll grant you quarter. Against only 3, kill them now. Haven't you heard anything about quality over quantity, mister? Guess we'll just have to show them. So there we go. There's our victory conditions and our losing condition. Pretty much in most of these battles, you're going to be... Your losing condition is going to be losing this guy here, Ash. He's our main character, so... It's very important that you keep him protected. But oddly enough, he's also, more often than not, the most powerful guy on your team. As you can see there, as he just clobbered that bandit. Turned him into a pile of his own blood. In one fell strike. And we got some other guys here. These guys are also fairly powerful dudes. What we're going to be doing for this battle is... What I want to try to do is I want to get some items that are hidden on this map. The thing is... Actually, maybe I should move him back more. Thing is, you're also trying to survive against all these guys that are going to be eventually coming around to horde all over you. Which can be sort of a problem when you're trying to go around collecting items, so you kind of balance actually getting the battle done and trying to pick up these extra items, which can save you a lot of money and give you some nice cool effects in the long run. So it's definitely worth trying to pick those up. I will show where these items are hidden when I get back to my turn, which, as you probably guessed by now, this is a turn-based game, like many of these sorts of games. So I moved all my units, the enemies get a turn to move all their units, and so on and so forth. And a little bit, I guess I'll start explaining some nuances about the battle system, is when you attack an enemy, or an enemy attacks you, actually I'm just going to keep Diego there, and we're going to have him fire an arrow over here. Since he is an archer character, he can very much do that. Take that. So, if you attack a character or you get attacked and you survive or they survive, then if you're in range to do an attack of your own, you can actually do a counter attack. So, It's good to put yourself in a position where you'll be able to get a lot of those off. Like here, I'm just going to move pawn up and start clobbering this guy. Maybe I'll keep him back a bit. I'm going to try to buy more time so that I can move Ash over to... Well, let me show you guys where these items are hidden. I want to move him down here, pick up the item that's hidden on this little patch here, and then there's another item over on this little dirt patch over here. So that's kind of my goal with where I'm going to be taking Ash here. I want to kind of just sweep around, avoid the enemies, since he is the guy I want to be protecting after all. So keeping him out of the heat of battle is probably not a bad idea. Ooh, I like that. Sometimes you can actually block shots and hits like that. And this game actually has a system where, based on where you're positioned, when you're hitting an enemy, you can actually do different amounts of damage. So, for example, if I attack an enemy from behind, rather than from his front, I'll be doing more damage, because I guess it'll be catching him off guard, you know how that works. So that's another thing to keep in mind in this sort of game. So, I mean, overall, it seems like a fairly simple kind of system, but it does have its little nuances that make it, or that give it a lot of room for strategy and stuff like that. So I'm going to move... Let's actually move Clint first. I'm going to move him behind and finish this guy off. So my goal is to try to whittle down the enemies without actually completing the objective of killing the boss, which is this guy back here, if you haven't guessed already. And I want to whittle him down so I'm not taking a crap ton of damage every time the enemy gets a turn, but at the same time I don't want to complete the level until I have the items that I want, so there is that. So we're going to move Diego over here where Clint was. He's actually a little too far back, so we'll have to move him up one more. And then we'll attack this guy here. Boom, boom, boom. Uh-oh, he blocked it. That's not good. How do you block an arrow with your... Oh, look at that! Returned. Just the same. But yeah, how do you block an arrow with your bow? You must be some sort of badass to do that, you know? But I guess that applies to these guys. I was gonna go for Clint, huh? That's an interesting... I guess that makes sense because he can't counterattack him where he's at, whereas Diego can. He can actually fire an arrow back if you were to hit him. So now we got the situation where Zood is kind of getting close to us. And he's the most powerful guy on their team, just as Ash is the most powerful guy on ours. Speaking of Ash, he can go here, and if we hit Examine, we'll get an item. It is the longsword. Ooh, that's nice. Can I move a little bit more? I can't. So we'll just stay put here. And let's see, Diego. I could have you... Problem is, I kind of want to... I'd rather have my archers hit the melee guys, because like I said before, they can't actually fight back. Or they can't counterattack. Which is good. You want to be taking as few hits as possible when you're fighting here. And hey, we got a level up. I don't know if I've gotten one of those yet, but every time you get a level up, your character will do sort of like a little happy dance there. It's kind of amusing. Alright, where should we go here? Should I attack the boss or get rid of this last guy? I'm kind of getting low? Actually, I mean, not low. They're getting low, and I don't want to finish the battle yet. What I'll do is I'll get to a point where I can attack. I guess I gotta stay one more. Okay, so I'll attack him. Let things go. And I used up Ash's turn, right? I think I did. Yeah, you can tell if you used an enemy's turn, one of your guys' turns yet, because the blue marker underneath them will stop moving. Normally, they'll be moving around, spinning in circles like this guy's is. But if they're not, that means you've already taken an action with that character. You can't really do anything else. So I guess I won't do anything else. Let's go on after Diego. Fire an arrow right into his face, point blank. Ooh, oh wow, it almost got him. That's nice. Alright, so hopefully Zoot doesn't come up and just kill Diego. That would be kind of sad. You do want to obviously you want to try to keep as many of your guys alive as possible. Not only for strategic reasons, but because at the end of the battle, you'll actually get a certain amount of gold based on your performance in the battle, which keeping your guys alive factors into that, so it's good to remember. Okay, this is going to take me a little while to get Ash over there, which is a bit of a pain. What I'll do is we'll kill this guy, which I'm pretty sure I can do by just going behind him and shooting an arrow into his back. Oh yeah, definitely. He's got 2 health left. Goodbye. Alright, so that leaves just Zoot. So, pretty much our goal here is to just kind of stall with these guys. And I'm going to do that by healing up Clint with an herb. Got some herb on to heal up my guys, which is nice. Heals them up pretty much full. So we're just going to hold the fort with them. Have Zoot have his way. And I'm going to send Ash over to that far corner to grab up that last item. Oh god. Okay. I was hoping I wasn't going to kill him there, so that's good. Definitely don't want to be killing him quite yet, if we can't help it. So Ash, it's still going to take him a few more turns to get over there, unfortunately. So the nice thing is, I'm going to move these guys as far away as possible. Nice thing is, I think what Zoot's going to do for his next turn is he's going to try to run away and heal himself. So that'll buy us even more time to get Ash over to that corner and get that item that we need. See, there you go, he's booking it. And that's going to give my guys even more distance to run away from him. Stall him off a little bit more. So it looks like my strategy is falling into place. Oddly enough. Who'd have thunk it? But then again, this is still only the first battle. I think I'm just going to keep them guys put. Don't even bother moving them, since we're almost getting to the point where I'm ready to kill him. And he's not going to be able to reach us quite yet anyway. So let's see if Ash is going to be able to get to that patch. He should be able to, yeah. And we pick up the second and last item of this map, the Mad Book. Can't hold anymore. Can't hold anymore? Huh? How many items do I have? Maybe it's based on a character. Like, only Ash can hold so many items. I can't quite remember. That's odd. That's a pretty low inventory space, even if that's the case. But whatever. So we'll start taking care of this guy here. These guys, they should be able to survive attacks, so... hopefully. They probably will be able to. Because this guy will get a counterattack. Rich can put him in some pain, so I think the smart thing to do here is send Diego over one and have him use an herb on Clint to keep him alive. To give us the little bit of extra gold at the end. I'd rather use the herb and get the extra gold because I'll be picking up a lot of money if everything goes my way. Isn't that how life is? If things go your way, you'll pick up a lot of money. Ooh! Wow, I thought he was going to take him there. I wasn't expecting him to hit that hard. Alright, so... I'm guessing this is going to be Zoot's final moments here. I can't actually get behind him, which is a little saddening, but this still should be enough to finish him off. He's got 4 health. He's next to another character. Did I mention that if you attack an enemy that another one of your allies are next to, you'll get like a support bonus, which I think makes you do more damage? I'm not absolutely sure. Arr! Don't kill me! I'm pleading with you! That's a little late for that, buddy. You should have thought about that before you tried to rob us and kill us. Yeah, I'm gonna dance in your face as you're dying. There you go, Clint. Oh, there's no sweeter sound in this victory theme here. There we go. We killed all the enemies, didn't lose any of our guys. We get 700 gold as a reward. Told you it was worth it. Alright guys, so that does it for the first battle here. When we return next time, we'll find out what the heck these guys are doing trying to take all our stuff. It's probably a little bit more than just being bandits, but hey, what do I know? And we'll do more battles and do more fun stuff and play more Vandal Hearts. Yes, I'm so excited. Glad to get back, guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.